And so we're looking for Bitcoin probably end up around 32 to 36,000 going into next summer. So people are opting out of those currencies. And the best, easiest, and fastest way is to go ahead and do cryptocurrency.
Boom! What's up, guys? Glad you're back. I'm excited to be bringing you some more interviews again on this channel, and I have a lot of fantastic talks lined up with experts all across the board. I'll be talking to some healthcare professionals very soon about various topics. I'll be talking with some free energy technology aficionados. I'm very excited for the interviews that I have lined up for you guys. As for this one, given how hot we could say the cryptocurrency market has been lately, and not just that, but since there's been a lot of talk about us actually getting back onto a precious metal backed currency system, basically a gold standard, I wanted to talk to an expert, somebody who's been tracking these alternative currency markets and would be able to bring you and me some valuable information on basically how to navigate through this, how to capitalize on what could happen in the very near future. Some people are estimating that cryptocurrency might quadruple within the next year. Not just that, but if we did get back onto a gold standard, imagine what the prices of gold and silver and other precious metals would do. So, given how the next few years I think could go with the whole restructuring of our financial system, I talked to Bob Kudla of Trade Genius Academy. He's the expert who's been tracking cryptocurrencies, who's been tracking the gold and silver markets, and he brought me, which I'm bringing you, a lot of fantastic perspective and a lot of fantastic information on how you can navigate through these changing financial markets and capitalize on both crypto and gold and silver. Bob Kudla, check it out. Hey Bob, how's it going? Thanks so much for coming back on my channel here.
Hey, Jordan, thanks.
So I wanted to get your thoughts on the recent developments of what's going on in the financial crypto industry, recent gains in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I've been hearing a lot about it, a lot of random people, various people mentioning to me about crypto and Bitcoin. It's something I've never really been into, but with all the interest, I mean, a lot of people talking about it and potential investors going to get into it. What's currently going on with it in your eyes?
Yeah, so you and I haven't talked in about 6 months, and people have given up the cryptos for dead, and we just knew that wasn't the case. And you just have to look at Litecoin went into its halving. Next month, it's going to be if that's going to be completed, and Litecoin has gone up over 6x from its low around $20, $25, and we put a target on it of $100, and it blew through that. It's kind of settling right now around 95 to 100. We think it's still going to push a little bit higher, but now Bitcoin's going to take the reign, and it's going to do the similar function as what happened with Litecoin. These halving events basically are eliminating inflation in terms of new coins being created, so it creates a bit of a scarcity factor, and a lot of the speculators like to front run those moves, and they lift the price up. It's been a phenomenon since the beginning of the cryptocurrencies. And so we're looking for Bitcoin, it bottomed out around 2,800. We're looking for it to probably end up around 32 to 36,000 going into next summer. And we continue to see the demand coming from it in terms of just countries around the world who are debasing their currencies or having unstable governments are driving demand for Bitcoin. And in the U.S., you're starting to see now more regulatory interest and also more institutional interest, which is also driving demand. And so we see Bitcoin continuing to move higher. And
that's great news. And I want to talk about what particular countries we need to watch out for and what's going on worldwide in a minute. But your estimation of where Bitcoin could be at next year actually sounds conservative compared to some news reports that I've been seeing lately. One news report said it could potentially be at 40,000 by the end of this year, which is a quadruple. And you're saying maybe 36 by the end of next summer. Nevertheless, that's multiple reports I'm seeing from people who know the industry that it could make substantial gains very fast.
Yeah, I mean, look, whether it's 36,000 next June or 40,000 in December, it's still 3 times where it is today.
Yeah.
And I think the prevailing assumption is it's going to have a big move. And so, now is the time to be entering it. And it's consolidating right now underneath its downtrend line from the 2017 high. And once it eats through all those people are saying, thank God I got out, it's going to blast off. And so it's going to be a great investment. In fact, it's been the best investment over the last 10 years of anything, including gold, including Amazon, including whatever. It has the compounded annual return that pretty much has beaten everybody. So it's a great investment. We don't see it changing. Governments aren't changing, and banks aren't changing. So it's going to provide a place for people to hop off the bus, if you will, Jordan. And as these countries all start going negative on interest rates, as these countries start getting autocratic, and as some of these countries will implode because of their debt.
And what primary countries are we looking at?
Yeah, so the gorilla is China, and I'll get to that one in a second. But you're looking everywhere in Europe, they've gone negative on interest rates. So the people now putting their money in their bank, you have to pay the bank for the privilege. So people are like saying, okay, well, why don't I just put my money into gold, or why don't I put my money into crypto? You're not going to charge me for that. And so that's Europe. And then you look at countries like India and Turkey, they're having and Argentina, they're having financial difficulties. So they're debasing their currencies. They're running current account deficits. So people are opting out of those currencies. And the best, easiest, and fastest way is to go ahead and do cryptocurrency, because you also have the added benefit of getting your money basically out of the country. And if you're a person of wealth and you can travel, you don't have to worry about getting stopped at the airport with gold in your pocket, right? Mm-hmm. Or having your bank account seized.
Can't travel with gold. It's heavy.
Yeah, and it's also, then it's gone. And so with crypto, it's wherever you are. Now, China is the interesting one, because China's really been driving this demand. And China is going to devalue their currency, but they also have really tight what's called currency controls, Jordan. And the only way really you can opt out of that is that, they used to let you do real estate overseas. They're cutting back on that. You used to be able to buy businesses overseas. They're cutting down on that. You used to be able to buy gold. Well, now they're making you keep it in the country. So really the only avenue a lot of these people have left that have a lot of money is to convert it into cryptocurrency, primarily Bitcoin. And then by the nature of owning Bitcoin, it's out of the country. And so whenever we see instability or the Chinese start talking about reduction in the yuan, you start seeing Bitcoin move. And so we see it, we map it, we watch it, and we can see it. We say, hey guys, this next week we should get a good move in Bitcoin, because the Chinese are threatening to reduce the value of their yuan, and they're going to do a big move, Jordan. And when they do that, our stock market's going to take a hit, but the cryptocurrencies are going to rocket. And
gotcha. So it sounds like instability over there leads to stability and growth over here.
Yeah, in cryptocurrency, it'll be instability also in the U.S. Cryptocurrency will be a safe haven.
Yeah, is what's going to happen internationally going to affect, say, the attitudes a lot of people have towards cryptocurrency here? Because the volatility of the markets, I was researching into something called hype cycles a little earlier. People get excited by, and then it fades out once things go a little sour. But is the influx of that international money going to help sort of stabilize things here and maybe turn people onto it, bring less volatility to the market?
Yeah, so when things get unstable around the world, the United States gets to be the most stable. Okay, but a lot of these countries are erecting walls to not let people move their assets out of their host countries. So really the only and the best and the fastest way for people to do that is to go ahead and basically convert your local currency into cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. Because once you do that, the nature of the decentralized nature of the cryptocurrency allows you just to travel to an exchange in the US or Canada or wherever you're going to go, and you can then draw that back out and convert it back into the local currency where you are if you choose. And you don't have to worry about it getting impounded on your way out the door. So that's what we're seeing. And the US will be the last safe haven just in general, Jordan, but the Chinese can upset that apple cart if they really, in 2015, they really devalued their currency. It caused our stock market to take an 18 to 20% crash. Cryptos did just fine. They were just really coming on the scene in terms of early adopters at that point. But now we already have, the adoption rate is higher, but also the awareness rate now is almost like 20 to 25% in the US. So now when people get scared, they know that's an option for them. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people have opened accounts. Maybe people haven't funded it or put money out when it fell back down again, but those accounts are still active. And it just takes a second for you to fund those accounts again or to move your money out. If the US goes negative on interest rates, then you're really going to see those outrageous, $200,000 to $250,000 Bitcoin numbers start coming into the fore, because people are going to worry about, is the dollar going to be worth anything at that point?
Great. So yeah, these crypto markets, it sounds like it's going to get a lot better and a lot hotter from here, and be a lot less volatile than it used to be. And there's one last topic I want to get into with you while I have you, is there's been a lot of theories and ideas that we could get onto or back onto some sort of gold standard or precious metal backed currency here in America. And I want your thoughts on how the cryptocurrency market could do if that happens, or how the crypto and gold markets can work together. You can sort of capitalize on crypto with the gold market as well.
Yeah, as you know, Jordan, we're gold bugs here too. So we're drill baby drill. We're all of the above. Anything that provides scarcity, we're interested in. So we trade gold, we trade silver, we trade the miners, and we trade the cryptocurrencies. Yeah, I don't see them as either or. You see sometimes in 2017, you saw it wagging back and forth where people were buying crypto or buying gold. And so you saw that going back and forth. But I think it's going to get to the point where people are going to be buying both on a go forward basis. And you're going to see cryptos and gold go together. There's some talk about having crypto gold backed or silver backed crypto exchanges.
Interesting.
In fact, First Majestic, which is a silver miner, that has a lot of their mines in Mexico. He's been flashing that now a couple times, saying, "Hey, look, the bankers are basically stealing our production because they could sell what's called naked positions, basically creating sell orders, but they're not backing it by actually owning silver." So he said, "Well, we'll just do cryptocurrency. We'll create a silver-backed cryptocurrency, and you're going to have to own the cryptocurrency to be able to sell silver, which then means that the price of silver and gold will skyrocket because you can't do this. It's called naked shorting. It's basically fraud, but it's sanctioned fraud because the government sanctions it. And so if that gets eliminated, so that's where cryptocurrency can really help any of the materials market. It happens in the food market too, Jordan. And anything that's commodities related, the bankers are able to what's called naked short or sell things they don't own. And that drives price down, and because people don't have as much money as the banks, they have to capitulate. But if you can't come to the exchange unless you already own something, that drives the price higher on these commodities. So I see that's how they're going to work together over time. And as things get more unstable, you'll start seeing these exchanges rally around these cryptocurrencies. Veritasium has been doing it with their stock exchanges down in the Caribbean. And so you're going to start seeing more and more of those things come to the front when some of these other countries really get into a tough shape. And just last week, I think, I'm monologuing here, but the country that everybody laughed at, Zimbabwe, they put capital controls on again. Well, guess what? Everybody converted their local currency or their dollars into Bitcoin instantly. And so now that's how they got right around the currency control. So that's what you're going to see but you'll see them come together. And talking about gold back, Trump is nominating Judy Shelton, who is a gold bug. So I think we're going to get to the point where they're going to probably come to some sort of, it'll probably be a blend. I don't think we can go directly to just a gold standard. It might be a gold standard, a real estate standard, a cryptocurrency blended in, some sort of blended, but things of scarcity, things that you just can't print out of thin air unless it's backed by an asset that you can't print out of thin air like we do today. So I think we're going to get there. Yeah, the debt is too much. I think it's between, I heard, range from 68,000 to 200,000 per person in the world, how much debt has been created. So it's unsustainable. It's going to blow up.
Right. So if and when that precious metal backed currency happens, you think crypto is just going to go right along with that and continue to rise?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Fantastic. And how are you helping people get into crypto and get into investing in these sort of quote alternative currencies?
Yeah, so Trade Genius, what we do is we educate and we inform, Jordan. So we have trade signals that we provide people in the stocks and the ETF area and also the cryptocurrency area. We've been doing it for a long time. And then in addition to that, we have an algorithm that we created at basically a buy and a sell algorithm that we loaded onto a software package called TradingView that our subscribers have access to that signal. And it literally says buy and it literally says sell.
Basically send people messages telling them exactly what to do.
Yeah, it's right there, and you can set alerts for yourself. And so even things that we don't trade, if you like to trade them, you can set that up. You can set your own alerts up. It works really well. We're doing extremely well, Jordan. And the other thing that we do is we provide trading rooms for crypto has a room, and the stock ETF has a room. And then people buy packages that could cross between the rooms if they wanted to. So we're able to help people that are beginners. We have education packages, we have consulting, we have private coaching, and then we have video library as well. And then we have the rooms like I just talked about and the signals and the software. So really good package. And what we did, Jordan, we put together some specials for you and your listeners that they can get the bundles if they choose. So if they go to tradelikeagenius.com, they can go there and they can look at the bundles. We pre-discounted those. And what we charge for the service is nothing compared to what you get out of it. You know, just the trades we did this week, people would have made enough money to pay for the year. So, and we just focus on the things that are going up and we avoid the things that are going down. And there's a bull market somewhere all the time. But right now, gold, silver, the miners, and cryptos are going into bull mode. And that's where people are going to make a lot of money. And I'm talking like factors of 2 to 8x kind of money.
2 to 8 times.
Yeah, and this is not fantasy. Just in 2011, silver did just that. So these things come in cycles. You got to get in early on them, and you can make a lot of money.
Yeah, and you know the cycles a lot better than I do, Bob. And I'll put all those links that you mentioned down below in the description of this video. And I appreciate all the information, all the education that you're bringing me and you're bringing my audience.
No, I thank you, Jordan, and hopefully it won't be another 6 months before we talk again.
No, I'm sure the crypto and gold markets will do some fun stuff this year, and we'll definitely have you on to analyze it all for us.
Yeah, no, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your summer.
Absolutely. Okay, take care, Bob.
Thanks, Jordan. Bye-bye.